Welcome to Trojan Insider. My name is John Emmett with VSU head football coach Reggie Barlow. Trojans off to a 3-0 start, their best since 1997, and coming off a 20-7 win over Kentucky State. Next up, the conference opener on the road at Winston Salem State. Coach Barlow, let's quickly kind of go back to a rainy day Saturday in Frankfort, Kentucky. What were your impressions of your team's performance under those conditions?
Well, we had a plan and a vision of going there and playing well, playing good football. It was really bad weather, but I really appreciate our coaches and our players, our student athletes, for standing up on the process and just protecting the ball, being able to run the ball the way we did, and just come away with a victory. And whenever the weather is bad like that, downpour all day, you just have to find a way to get it done, and our guys did that.
All right, now it's on to Winston-Salem State, the conference opener. Rams off to a 1-2 start. They've been kind of up and down, at times really impressive. What are your early thoughts on Winston-Salem?
Well, one, we have a lot of respect for them and their program. They're a really good team and very well coached. Obviously, this is a huge game for our university and their university, and they're 1-2, but they're a really good football team. They have playmakers on offense that can really hurt you in the passing game. They have a veteran quarterback that's returning that they feel good about. And then on defense, they had some extremely combative guys there that play the game the right way. So, again, on the road, we'll have our work cut out for us, and but we're looking forward to the opportunity to play against them.
What do they look like from an X's and O's standpoint?
Well, offensively, they want to run the ball. They do have a pro-style offense with sprinklings of the spread, today's era spread. Wanting to spread you out. They will go in 5 wide receiver sets and throw the ball around a little bit. Defensively, they run a 4-down look. Particularly on third downs, they will hop in your odd front, a 50 front with 3-down linemen. But just a well-coached team with a great scheme. And like I said, we have a lot of respect for them, but we're looking forward to seeing how we measure up against a really good team.
What's your focus in practice this week?
Well, one, it's keeping the main thing. It's always about Virginia State, and that's getting back to basics, blocking and tackling, making the corrections from the past game. Just being real focused on the game plan that we're going to develop for this game, and it starts for us on offense with our running game. We're going to make sure we create positive running lanes for our running backs. We do need to improve in our passing game. That has been an issue for us here over the last few weeks. I believe and have confidence in our guys that we'll get that done. And defensively, we want to continue to get better in tackling. We had some opportunities there where we didn't set the edge and didn't contain the quarterback. So those are some things that we definitely need to improve on, and our guys are looking forward to doing just that.
It's an interesting matchup. You haven't played in the regular season since 2006, but there's a little bit of history there. Have you addressed that much with the guys?
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to talking with them about it. Obviously, I could feel the intensity and the respect that they have for Winston and their program. So I think it dates back to a few years back when they had an opportunity to play against each other. But it'll be a good game. We're looking forward to traveling there and playing against a really good team.
Let's talk about traveling. Your team, going back, predating you, has had a lot of success on the road, 9 straight road wins, and it's kind of a core group of guys that's accomplished that. What is it about this group that's made you so successful away from home?
Well, I think it's the vision. It's the mindset of getting your brothers, your coaches, and everybody having a common goal and getting on the bus with the thought processes that we're going to go and compete. And it's just about us. I mean, we don't know if there'll be fans there. We don't know what it'll look like, but it's just about the team, and it's about the team goal. And the guys have really did a good job of buying into that, and we're hoping that will continue this weekend. You
mentioned Rod Tinsley, the Rams quarterback, a little bit earlier. You threw the ball 45 times against Virginia Union. Obviously, they're going to take some shots downfield. How do you prepare for that?
Well, Tinsley is an outstanding student athlete. He plays the game the right way, and they have a lot of faith and confidence in him. I don't think 45 times is, the way they want to play the game. I do know they were behind in the Union game, so it kind of forced them to pass the ball around a little bit. But we're expecting him to come out and have a good game plan and to be able to manage their game. Obviously, being able to hand the ball off, but when they get into passing situations, to make the right reads. But I can't imagine them having to throw it 45 times unless, of course, we're up. and hopefully that will be the case.
They have one kind of key receiver, Division I transfer, Ford. What kind of challenges does he present?
Well, he's explosive, and he can hurt you on the vertical pass. He's an athletic guy, can make you miss in space, as well as some of the other guys they have there. Winston has brought on a good bit of transfers, and they've done a good job of managing those guys, and it's worked out for their program. But that receiver, he's a good player, and we have a lot of respect for him, and obviously we got to have a plan to stop him.
What about some of their defensive personnel that have jumped out at you?
Well, we like to consider all of them targets, and we just talk about the middle linebacker position. That young man plays the game the right way. He's very aggressive. He plays from sideline to sideline. They have really rangy, long guys in the secondary that have really done some good things for him. And then up front, it starts with their defensive line. Those guys are really active and get after the passer. The defensive ends that they have there are really good and have had really good recent success. So all in all, this is a solid team in all three phases. Their coach has done a really good job of preparing them. Unfortunately, their record doesn't indicate the type of team that they are, and I'm sure they'll be ready to improve on that on Saturday.
Two things about their special teams that jump out. Their place kicker is money, and they're averaging about 28 yards per kickoff return.
Yeah, their kicker is good. He's a left-footed guy, and he can kick for distance. He's done a good job for them thus far. They had a really long return against Virginia Union for a touchdown. So obviously they have some guys from a return game standpoint that are really, really good. And but for us, it's on a kickoff, it's about lane integrity. It's running your lane. If you get knocked out of your lane, you have to get back in your lane as quick as possible. And then we always want to squeeze with the ball on the inside shoulder. So it'll be a challenge. I'm really blessed to have good coaches here, and I just believe these guys will get the plan together to travel down there and try to get a victory.
What do you see as some of the keys for getting out of there with a victory?
Well, for us, from an offensive standpoint, we have to be able to run the ball with thunder and lightning. We have to have Bellamy and Trent Cannon. We got to get those guys off and allow them to perform. We need to improve in our passing game. There's going to have to be some plus 20 plays for us in this game. And, of course, we got to protect the ball. And then defensively, we've had some success playing and getting turnovers and that type of stuff. We're going to need much of the same in this game from our defensive staff and our defensive players. So if we can do that and not turn the ball over and not get a bunch of penalties, then I think we'll have an opportunity to be successful.
Reggie, thanks a lot. Wish you the best of luck Saturday.
Thank you.
That's Reggie Barlow on this edition of Trojan Insider. My name is John Emmett. Reminder, VSU football Saturday at Winston Salem State. You can follow the radio broadcast on WVST beginning at 5:30.